How they hung everybody. Today I'm reviewing Mars of Destruction, the beautiful, artistic masterpiece. And I must say, it was shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Of course it's shit. Watching the OVA of 19 minutes, mind you. Those fuckers think that they could put a story together, a whole story in 19 minutes. I could see what they were trying to go for, but you're gonna need more than one average length episode of an OVA. There is something about the anime that seemed nostalgic to me. Like I had seen it before. Among all the anime that I had seen in the past, that I didn't know were anime, and that I am still trying to remember, Mars of Destruction feels like one that I had seen a long time ago. I know I probably didn't, but it's got that feeling. And just for that feeling alone, Mars of Destruction could become a guilty pleasure for me. But regardless, this anime was intriguing, to say the very least. So the story starts off, these guys are in space on this ship. The ship blows up and they die, I guess. And then there's these alien things on Earth that we later find out are the actual Earthlings. This group called something, whatever the fuck they're called, fight these alien creature thingies, and one of the girls gets her head blown off, which is a very famous frame, or a very famous gif from this OVA. And I feel kinda bad that she got her head blown off, because not because I felt anything for her character whatsoever. She was basically just a random NPC for all I care, but she was kind of bad, despite the dead look in her eyes for the entire 25 seconds that she was in this OVA. I would have smashed. There's this one guy, whatever the fuck his name is, that is crying like a bitch because he doesn't want to fight these things or doesn't want anything to do with what his father did. Or something like that. You're supposed to feel bad for him, I guess, but he's just whining like my chair. And something happens to him, he's lying on a hospital bed. Assuming that you actually feel bad whether he lives or dies. He has flashbacks, he comes to... There's another one of these alien earthling things that's attacking people, it blows up all four of the two girls, or three, I can't remember now. They all kind of blended in together. The girls and the guy in this Mars suit start fighting and shit, and they obviously win. But before so, the top alien earthling guy explains that humans are the ones that invaded Earth, and that what they were fighting was the actual Earthlings. And then some scientist says that Homo sapiens used to inhabit Mars, but instead came to Earth somehow. Nothing's really explained very well. How I explained the show to you just now is how I felt like the show was trying to portray its story. That's exactly what it felt like to me, how I just explained it to you guys. Yeah, so... this anime is shit, to be honest. Even though I feel like it could become a guilty pleasure for me because it was so bad that it's good, and because it gives me that weird nostalgic feeling for some reason, despite the fact that I don't want it, because I don't want to watch this anime again, they could have done something better. I will give the creators the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they just were only given a slot for this one OVA, and they tried to fit a story into it, but they just did not know how to execute it right. This story could easily be continued on as maybe a 12 episode or 24 episode anime. It still might not be that good if they follow the pattern that they were following in the show in terms of storytelling. It'll still be garbage, but at least they will have more time, a larger budget, and much more freedom as to how long they want to carry on the story. But this anime hurt. It really did. And did you have you heard the fucking music in there? Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, the Final Fantasy soundtrack, Legend of the Dragoon soundtrack at the very least. What? Because I put it down as a note that maybe the one saving grace in this OVA is the music. And I listened to the music, and I thought to myself, this isn't bad, sounds familiar, but it's not bad. And then the fucking Tchaikovsky song came on, which I do recognize, and then of course Beethoven's Sonata that played at the end, and I'm like, these motherfuckers. They can't even get their own good music, they had to steal the fucking classics. I'm talking about it like the fucking classics, like Sweet Home Alabama and fucking the animation of this OVA is pretty lackluster for the time, at least. I believe this OVA came out in the mid 2000s, 03, 4, 5, something like that. And at least for the time, this OVA looked like it was a bit far behind. Maybe it should have had like a 97 or 98 release. This isn't really on par with the anime of the time. So, despite the fact that it wasn't bad animation for the most part, despite the fact that they really did not bring a lot of color or life to the characters, but that also plays in part with the voice actors that are supposed to do their job in bringing life to the character as well. I give this anime, and I'm being very, 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 very generous right now, and I'm incorporating my guilty pleasuredness feeling towards the anime. For some reason, I have that feeling. I'm being so generous, so incredibly generous when I give this anime a 3 out of 10.
It's still shit.
Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think of Mars and Destruction in the comments below, and if you've seen it, did you want to erase your brain for the 20 minutes that you had to experience that monstrosity? I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.